Alright, buddy. Actually. Boom. Where are we going?
We're going to the movie theater. We're going to see John Wick 3 Parabellum. We just finished seeing John Wick 2 again. We're doing a little thing. It's called YouTube Go Down to the Movies. Is that what we're calling it?
That's what we're calling it.
Fuck yeah, bro. So what we're going to do is head down there. We're going to check that out, maybe get some food after, and we'll give you all a review of what we think about it. It's kind of like Moist Meter, but...
Not Moist Meter.
Not Moist Meter.
Evan, on the scale of 1 to 10, how excited you are?
7.
7?
Out of 5.
7 out of 5? Nice. Jaylen, how excited are you?
I don't even know, in all honesty. I honestly don't even know.
You don't know?
I really don't know, my guy.
You don't know your height?
Well,
nope.
On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm a solid chapter 3.
Compared
I don't have a
to
joke for this. I'm sorry.
And
John Wick 2, you liked it?
yeah, of course. John
Okay.
Wick 2 is the shit.
It's awesome.
This one-
System is the shit.
This one has the same Metacritic score as Avengers Endgame.
Same Metacritic score as Endgame.
Yeah.
Same percentage on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
Hell yeah.
Huh.
So Jaylen,
Yeah.
immediate thoughts?
I can't wait. I know. It is.
Bryant, immediate thoughts walking out?
Immediate thoughts, man. I feel like a 6.5-foot man with a book in my mouth.
Y'all didn't park right next to my car.
That's how I feel.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Ran into two of our buddies randomly. They parked next to my car. Yeah, this is my car. You parked next to it because it's got the fucking Fallout bobblehead in the front, didn't you?
Wait, what did you say? You said these guys park like a right? Is that what you said?
Oops.
Is that what you said?
You parked slanted, bro.
Slanted?
Look how over you are. Look how over you are.
Over this?
Yeah, and
Behind me.
you're facing.
Like 550 up these spaces.
It's okay.
126.
You know.
So,
John Wick dies.
no. That's not how that ends.
John Wick dies.
It's really not. John.
It was really sad when he snapped his fingers and killed the Continental.
Yeah, killed half the
Oh,
Continental.
the Continental, and he just turned
So-
to dust.
Yup.
Should we do a spoiler-free or spoiler?
It was
review?
weird that
fucking
Spider-Man was there.
spoiler.
Fucking spoiler. So,
Okay, wait, okay.
how does it start?
Wait. Okay, let's do like 2 or 3 minutes of not spoiler, and then we'll get into this spoiler. How about that?
We have to start with spoilers.
Okay, no, we don't have to start with spoilers. We have to like let's do non-spoiler for a little bit, and then just spoiler for the rest of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Yeah, so
overall,
John Wick meets himself.
Yeah.
so overall, what do you guys think?
More charismatic self.
Okay. First off, you need to see this movie. There's not a single doubt about it. You need to see this movie.
You need to see this. This is a movie you
That
need
you-
to fucking
No,
see.
This is probably
Top tier.
This is probably the only John Wick that I actually recommend seeing in theaters.
Yeah.
You don't like
Yep.
if you see it at home. I'm not saying you won't like it. I'm just saying that you won't get the full like satisfaction of it. Because holy fuck, some of that shit was awesome.
There was scenes in that you think lead on too long, but they
No.
don't. They feel just so fucking good.
Absolutely not.
And like it's pretty amazing that in this movie in the beginning there is no slowdown, no catch up, there is no recap. It is immediately into it and it does not stop
No.
for a long time, and then things start to slow down. But as soon as you think like, oh man, we should this should kind of pick back up, like it hits you just instantly.
Yeah.
And everything's done so well. It's not overdone.
There we go.
It's not overdone. It isn't and nothing is dragged on for too long. Like it is just
The set
Perfect.
pieces were amazing.
Set pieces
Yes.
were great.
So like
Yes.
every single scene that was
Yes.
just set piece amazing.
Practical effect work, amazing. Like you can see where it's put into play. You can see how well they executed it too.
Yeah.
CGI as well. You can see where they put that in. Kind of, you can tell because some things are just so over the fucking top. You're like, he did not fucking do that.
yeah. There's just
Except
so
the
much.
crazy stuff is in this type of movie genre and movie series, there's a very possible good chance that he actually might have done that.
Maybe. Yeah.
Who knew? Maybe his head might have did explode.
Might have
Fuck it.
did.
They maybe did shoot.
Yeah.
Maybe that dog didn't get shot.
Fuck.
You
Oh.
never know.
So overall, out of 10
Nine.
for non-spoiler.
9.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. There was like
9 out
one
of
or
10.
two things that I'll kind of touch on maybe a little bit, but like
Okay.
no, not strong 9 out of 10.
I actually agree. 9 out of 10.
so
for
far
me, too.
every John Wick movie so far as a whole has been a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Yeah. All right.
So,
So,
when they fuck up the fourth one,
when they fuck up the fourth one.
Yeah, and it's just a super bad love story.
So, do you guys want to go into spoilers now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
spoiler
spoilers.
time.
Spoiler time.
Should we do a synopsis of how this movie starts, and then we'll review those going till the end?
No, let's just talk about it. I don't really want to talk about the synopsis.
So, the beginning of the movie
Oh.
starts off with, John
Picking back up exactly where number 2 left off, about
30 minutes.
roughly 30, it's like 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just going around like, oh shit, I gotta stop here, I have to go here. Like, he's picking up his essentials, and he already knows that his emergency glass case has been broken, and he has to get his stuff from it.
Yeah,
So
he's getting
he
ready.
Goes to the library.
Yep.
That's where we meet.
Librarian.
That's where we meet.
Russian book. Blah, 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 blah.
That's where we meet our lovable 6'5" nice man
was
who
his
I could
fucking
swear
Ernest?
he's a wrestler.
His name is Ernest.
His name is Ernest.
Ernest.
And he has.
And he beats the living fuck out of him.
Well,
But he wins.
he wins.
John
They
Wick wins.
both beat the shit out of each other, and the funny part is while John is collecting a few things here and there, he's flipping through this fake book. He turns a dude, and it's like 15 minutes till like he is on the clock and he can be killed. Ernest goes, John, 14 million's a lot. And he goes, you really want to do this? He's like, I still got 15 minutes left. Dude goes, no one will be able to tell the difference, and just pulls out a fucking knife and tries.
Yeah, John beats him up with knowledge.
I like how he didn't even try to fist fight him. He just was like, this book is my weapon.
Yeah.
Not even gonna try.
John fucking popped his jaw with a book.
Yep, like a fucking snake, and just kept going.
The best fucking...
And you're just like, oh, we're 2 minutes in, huh?
Yeah.
We're starting
Alright.
with this.
We're
Starting
starting
strong.
Literally 2 minutes in. And then after that, I believe he has to run to...
He goes to the doctor.
The doctor,
The
because he gets
doc.
stabbed in the shoulder by Ernest.
So he runs to the doc. He's like, hey man,
Can I remove
I need
that?
your help.
Yeah.
And dude, the doc is like, you got 5 minutes left before I can't help you. You realize this, yes? And he's like, it slips him a fucking coin. He's like, all right, fine, get in.
it's
So
already done.
Yeah.
he
That's my bad.
kind of clipped an artery on the shoulder. So he's like, oh shit, it's a little deep. He's like, it's gonna take me a second. Grabs all the stuff, starts like stitching him. And they're looking at the clock, and John's sitting there. He's like, Doc, you got 15 seconds
To stitch me up.
He gets about 3/4 of the way stitching, and then he stops. And then John's like, oh fuck it. Turns the camera, or not the camera, the fucking mirror.
he turns the
He's
camera.
looking at it. He's like, oh shit. So he finishes it up himself, but he needs medication. So the doctor's like, not trying to help him, but he's like, top shelf all the way on the right. So then because he says that, he technically helped him. So then the doc, after, John's doing his shit, the doc goes over, grabs his fucking gun, and he's like...
Real quick, go see Wonder Park in theaters now.
The fuck is that?
Wonder Park in theaters now.
What?
Go see Wonder Park.
That looks stupid.
Go see Wonder Park.
What
Anyway,
the fuck is that?
It's a movie poster.
Okay.
Well, I've never fucking
So,
heard of it, so...
It's
John
for my baby cousin. She
is
wanted
like, oh shit, yeah, I guess you did technically help me, I suppose. And the doc's like, look, man, they're gonna know either way. They're gonna know that I told you where the meds were. Gives him a gun. He's like, sits in the chair. Doc's like, okay, lifts up his shirt. Shoot me right here, just don't, and fucking just shoots him. And
He's like, don't graze my shoulder.
yeah,
Fuck!
he's like, one's not gonna be enough. He's like, here, hit me, just don't graze, and then just before he finishes the sentence,
He basically
fucking shoots him.
makes John shoot him in places that he won't fucking die from, but it looks like John fucking shot him to shit.
Right. So then, of course, Doc, as John's walking away, says, good luck. And he's like,
Yeah,
yeah. He just
Yeah.
fucking goes,
I'm Keanu Reeves.
I'm Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
And after that, John starts getting hunted
John starts getting hunted. He
By
has to-
horses.
by horses.
by fucking horses. Yeah.
And men on bikes. So eventually, he goes to this, what is it, some kind of like a theater? Right?
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
actual like opera theater.
A Russian theater.
A Russian theater. Goes to the front thing, and they're like, we're closed. He has like this pendulum.
Yeah,
that's
That he
It's
got
a
from
pendant.
he got it from a Russian encyclopedia book in the library.
Yes,
It was his stuff.
As
It's
we
his
do.
stash, as we all do in America.
It's basically one of his
America?
favors.
Yeah.
And he
where we
goes
are?
he goes back to the theater
Ah.
where he was raised as a child, like trained to fight, and like people that adopted him.
Correct. So the head person that runs that precinct or whatever is like, okay, cool. So I can't fucking help you because then I'm gonna be killed. You know, whatever. I really cannot help you. She's like, all right, fine, come with me. He's explaining to her that, what are you doing?
Making sure my car was on so these lights don't burn my battery.
We're driving away.
Okay.
I just want to make sure my engine.
We can drive away and talk.
You just turn your car on.
I did.
Oh no.
It doesn't. Anyway,
I was making
so
sure.
the Russian chick is like, all right, I don't want to fucking help you, but then John is like, you fucking owe me. And he just does not let go of this thing and always keeps it in her face like, you owe me. Eventually, she's like, all right, fine, I'll send you out to, where did he go?
Tahiti.
Yeah,
Morocco,
sure.
actually.
Morocco?
Casablanca, he requested.
He's like, Mom.
And he went to Morocco.
He went, Mom, I just need money.
I just need money.
I just need money.
I got a plan.
Just a little bit. I got a plan.
I just need money.
I need to go to
You need to go to Tahiti.
I need to talk to Halle Berry.
Mangoes! So,
Halle Berry's in
mango.
Tahiti.
I need to go to see Halle Berry in Tahiti.
Have
Mom,
you seen Swordfish?
Mom,
Her tits are out in sword.
Mom, these prices for Fire Festival aren't that much.
It's gonna be a great festival, I swear.
We just need the money.
He goes to Casablanca because they give him rite of passage. He gets branded on his back and his bond is broken from his family, basically. He can never return. He gets there, he runs into some people and gets kind of saved, or like the fight stops because someone comes out and he's like, hey, someone's looking for you. And he's like, yeah,
what is the,
but all the assassins that are trying to kill him are like, but he's worth 14. He's like, oh, not here.
What's the name of the safe house? Like, the safe house is
The Continental.
The Continental. Basically, it's one of the lead dudes that runs the Continental in Morocco.
Well,
yeah. Speaking of, the assassins attacked him basically as soon as he got off the ship.
Yeah, like as soon as
they
he
were
didn't
walked,
even give him
at
like
him.
10 minutes.
No,
They're
they
just
didn't.
like, hey, that's John Wick.
As soon as he walked the block, he turned the corner and 3 of them, yo, what's up? He doesn't get to kill any of them. He disarms one of them, knocks one of them down, and then, well, 2 of them down, and one he's about to kill. And dude's like, hey, man, you can't do that here.
At this point, he has a $15 million price tag on his head.
Yes, so it went up from 14 to 15. And of course, dude's like, come on, I
need the money.
Like, I'm about to kill him. He's like, sorry. And so they let each other go, gives him the knife back. As they're walking away, dude tries to, like, throw the knife. The fucking manager just pop right in the fucking head. And he's like,
nah.
And then as soon as dude drops, he's like, welcome to Casablanca. So then, moving forward, basically, he gets to go meet Halle Berry. They chalk it up. Apparently, there was one of those markers, which is a thing that you, it's kind of like doing a favor for somebody, but it's a blood oath. So then you give that to somebody when, you know, hey, man, I need your help real fucking bad. All right, cool, money. Boom, here you go. So he held on to his for Halle Berry for a very, very long time. So then something with her daughter, she can never see her again. John knows where she is, but she's like, don't tell me because then I'm going to want to go see her, but I can't bring her into this life. So then he brings that marker onto the table and she's like, dude, fuck you.
She's like, oh, you motherfucker.
And so she's like, all right, fine, I'll help you. We got to go talk to my old boss so he can give us guidance on where to go and get to the Elder, which is the dude that basically runs all of it.
This is my time. All right, so check this out. They go to this Game of Thrones looking ass area with like molten gold or anything. And I turn to Evan and I go, hey, the fuck is this Game of Thrones looking ass place? And out of fucking nowhere, Braun of Blackwater comes out.
Game of Thrones walks out.
Game of Thrones walks out. And I'm just like, motherfucker! So he explains, listen, you need to go to the desert. Keep walking. And John goes, what? And he goes, keep walking, and when you die, keep walking some more.
Follow that star.
When you're about to die, follow that star, Jesus. You follow that star, and as soon as you're about to die, you'll be rescued. No big deal. Anyway, I'm gonna pet this dog. I'm gonna pet this dog. Go, pop! And he kills the dog, but not really.
No.
He wanted to take the
Jesus,
dog.
You fucking botched
he wanted
that,
to take
man.
the dog. Hey,
what? Okay, so
listen.
So whose dog, Bryant?
Halle Berry's
fucking
dog.
Oh wow,
Halle
that would have been.
Berry's dog.
Why did he want?
They seen the fucking trailers.
Why'd he shoot the dog?
Why'd he shoot the dog? Because he's like, I want the dog, and Halle Berry's like, no,
No,
I don't want to
the
give
dog.
you the dog. You're smelly, and he went, oh, we're that, bah! And killed the dog, but not really, because the dog had a bulletproof vest on.
So Halle Berry leans over. She's like, "What the fuck? Like, oh my god!"
She pulls out the bullet.
She like pulls out the bullet, and then she reaches underneath the thing
and
where
John is like, don't
do it,
and then
don't do it.
15 minutes of fucking consecutive shooting later.
The dogs didn't stop. The person was dead, and the dog's like, nah, man, I'm just making sure.
Dude, multiple times And oh yeah, right before they get down to the nitty gritty, as they have to escape from getting to the place where they just talked to dude, where there was a showdown and like a bunch of people got shot. John just turns to her and she goes, he shot my dog, and he goes, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I totally get it.
So then all the shooting happens, they kind of escape, and then all the fucking the dogs, when they would kill people, they would shoot them. The dogs, after they lay dead for like 10 seconds on screen, the dog just kept going. Like, it was just so goofy. Like, I loved it.
The dogs would aim for the dick also.
Yeah, sometimes the dogs aim for the dick.
Well, that's what they're trained to do.
You're not wrong.
They go for either the fucking legs, arms, or the dick.
Yep. There's a few times where they go for the fucking chest and then they go right for the throat.
I was like,
dude.
oh!
So after they kill all the people, they go to the desert, and after John gets the spit water from Halle Berry, he goes walking through the desert.
Yep.
He eventually passes out and wakes up and meets the high table guy that they were meeting.
The elder.
He was like, listen, we'll give you all your shit back, but you're gonna work for us forever, and we need to pay a price. So John, without hesitation, cuts off his ring finger with his ring on it, and then takes the ring off his own finger and goes, is this enough? And he went, yeah, all right.
So there is something to mention here.
Oh.
When he wakes up, obviously, he's like, yo, bro, we realize how fucked up you are, but I don't understand how one could be so good at fighting and you go through all the struggle to get back to where you began. So look, why are you here? Why do you have a $15 million bounty? Why are you excommunicated? Tell me your reasoning. And basically he says because of his wife, and it's basically because of love. And dude goes, oh, because of love. He's like, well, that's different. He's like, I tell you what, you'll basically have to become a servant for us. I'll take away the $15 million bounty, and we'll also make you non-excommunicated. So you're back in, but you have to serve us for the rest of your life. So John, like he said, boom, finger off. Then he looks at it, and of course it's still, as he's lifting the piece of his finger, has the ring on it, and the elder comes over, takes the fucking ring off, pockets it, and says, all right, cool, we'll get you prepared. Get ready. So then, here's a suit.
Yeah,
a black-on-black suit, which looks slick.
So after that, he goes back to New York, and he meets a bunch of hitmen that he's gonna try to kill by the Yakuza. The Yakuza's going after him now.
Basically the Yakuza.
And this fucking fanboy chases after him on a motorcycle. There's a giant motorcycle chase. And then John...
you forgot...
John saves the day by being in the Continental for half a finger and going, hey, I'm safe. And he went, no, you're not. And he went, yeah, I'm safe. Look, Dad told me I'm safe. And he went, he's safe. And he went, damn it.
Dude, the end of the bike scene.
This lead sushi chef is pretty much fucking after him.
Yes.
But why is he after him? Who sent him after him?
The woman.
The woman.
There's this one chick that works for the high table that basically is like a judge.
Yeah.
She went to the high table.
Who I am convinced only has one arm.
Yep.
I am convinced.
Has one arm.
I'm 100% convinced she only has one arm.
They
We'll see it again. Right? There's another showing at 10 o'clock.
Oh God, I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Okay, so after they go back to the Continental, he has to go kill Winston, who was originally in the first Continental and all that stuff. And Winston's like, hey, if you don't kill me, we'll go to war with these people, and everything will be fine because I'll rule everything. And John's like, all right, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, because also Winston's like, look, do you want to die as a servant, or do you want to possibly die as a hero, as who you want to be, and you will have peace?
Yeah, he's like, all right, sweet.
Well, what did he call him? Winston called John
the,
what was it called? It's like the Death Bringer, or like the last thing you see before death. What did he call him?
Baba Yaga?
Yeah. What did the
Boogeyman.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. So he calls him the Baba Yaga. So do you die as the man you want to live, or do you die as the
Baba Yaga?
Yeah. And of course, John's like,
damn it.
oh yeah, because I don't know if we mentioned John's task. The guy Winston, who basically was like, all right, look, so you're excommunicado, you're about to fucking die. End of John Wick 2. They both kind of are in a public place, and he's like, look, man, I could have you killed right now, but I determined not to be that way. And John goes, oh, really? Just instantly looks at the dude, everyone stops in the park and just turns to them. So John Wick's kind of like, all right.
I got you.
Yeah, so Winston's like, look, man, you got an hour. Run. And that's why Winston's in trouble, because this chick comes by, and all the people that helped John to kill the guy at the end of number 2 are now kind of getting reprimanded for that. So
Morpheus.
Yeah, Morpheus.
You know what? Who we didn't see in this movie that we probably should have seen was the car mechanic.
You're right.
The car mechanic.
He was in the beginning.
In this movie. Was he in the very
He
beginning?
was in the very beginning at his house.
Where?
When he...
When they checked the phone?
I'm thinking of the second
Yeah,
one.
you're thinking of the second one because
yeah,
he
yeah.
was
Because we
nowhere
just
near
watched that
this
before
thing.
we went to this one.
Which means he's got his car ready for the fourth one.
Oh, shit.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
So
except
yeah,
he's gonna ride on a horse.
So the thing that the elder told John Wick was to kill Winston and then you're forgiven. So of course John's like,
No,
oh,
no,
fuck.
you're missing something. The elder god told him, "I want to be Winston," and Winston went, "I'm already Winston." And
Shut
he's
the
like, "I guess
fuck
I'm
up.
betrayed."
Shut the fuck up. This interview's over.
No, it's not.
It's over. Get out of your car.
Okay.
So that's why John's like, damn, dude, do I really want to kill this guy that actually basically saved me? So
After
of course,
not saving him.
After not saving him. So of course, John's like, all right, fuck it. And the chick is there with Winston and John in the same room. They're like, okay, so what's it gonna be? And Winston goes, yeah, I'm not gonna step down. So she's like, war it is then. John, what are you gonna do? He's like,
It's treason then.
I'm not gonna shoot Winston. And they're like, all right, cool. So this place is basically deemed fucked. So I'm gonna go now. I'll be in my hotel room.
We're gonna declare this shit fucked.
Yeah.
You got a week.
Yeah, you got no. That's already at that.
Oh, that already
point.
happened.
Yeah.
She was like, no, you're just like fucked now. You betrayed us like too many times.
So and they're kind of like, all right, fuck it. So we're calling our best of the best to basically
To help
come
Yakuza man kill you.
to basically eradicate the place.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, all right, cool. So they go hide in the fucking vault room, and it is now Lance Riddick, which I forgot his actual name of the thing. He's like the concierge. Yeah, it is concierge. And Winston, so Lance Riddick's right-hand man is... no, sorry.
The leader of the Continental.
We're getting all sorts of
Yeah, we are.
notifications right now.
I am.
Wow.
The owner of the Continental.
Sorry. Owner of the Continental, Winston, and then there's concierge, which is the right-hand man of Winston, and John Wick are all in the room. Fucking put on some jams on the... What is it? On the recorder. Record player, sorry. Sits down, and John Wick is kind of like, I'm gonna need guns. And dude just goes...
I recommend.
And they're all over the walls.
I recommend the 2011 Power Shot with the 9mm fucking.
This
bat.
literally killed him in one shot.
Okay.
It did not kill them in one shot. It did nothing.
Because
to kill
it
them in
did
one shot.
nothing.
So
there's a big buildup.
the bitches fucking back up. The elites that come in,
Yep.
armored head to toe.
Armored head to toe with the same shit that John is wearing, the bulletproof like tuxes or whatever, but
in the
it's
face,
head to toe. So of course
John's
now,
coming. First guy, John goes up to this dude, shooting him in the fucking head like 6 times before he could fucking die.
and dude just keeps going like, oh.
I especially like that fight scene because with John Wick in like big battles like this, he's always just like killing people and they just keep coming. But with this one, they had the same amount of people throughout the entire thing, and he's picking them off slowly. The bullets are just stunning them.
Yeah, basically.
He's just basically.
He's knocking them down.
He's not just like, all right, next one. He's like, he's like thinking as he's fighting, like, this isn't working. This worked at this one time, and if I can do it again, I could do it again. It's just.
So he's kind of like, oh wait, because I think at one of them he just shoots, but he hits him in the fucking neck. So he's like, oh, goes over, fucking pulls the armor back and just pull, just lets, dude. So he's like, all right, that's how we got to kill him.
He's ripping their fucking armor off.
He's like, all right, I got an idea. Shotgun.
Yeah,
so they decide to walk back up to the armory. Winston's just drinking with fucking John's dog right next to him.
He's
just
playing
like,
Fortnite on his phone.
can I help you?
Yeah,
He's like, we need someone with more power. So they grab fucking shotguns with armor-piercing slug rounds.
Riddick, without hesitation, went shotgun. I need her right now in my life. And John was like,
oh my
yeah, I guess that could work.
I guess that could work. And then cut to fucking heads being blown off the armored troops.
Their
so
heads
it
are
works.
fucking popping like grapes.
100%.
Dude, oh my god.
You ever put a grape in a microwave?
Yep.
Yeah,
that is
that.
Or a
Okay,
hamster.
so after they did all that shit, John got the final showdown with the Yakuza fanboys that were like, hey, look at our action figures of you, it's great.
So there were 5 of them in total. There's 4 henchmen, unnamed. But there was one guy above all of them that was like, he sits down before everything starts popping off with the armored troops. Like, they've already fought a few times, and this is the motorcycle scene that we were talking about before. At the end of it, when they both crash, John reaches, grabs the step of the Continental. Dude's about to shoot him, and then the concierge's like, "Sir,
The fuck you doing?
you're on property." And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
He's excommunicado. He's like, it doesn't fucking matter.
So then John's like,
Wipe your shoe.
John goes, "I need to see the manager."
He literally said, "I need to see the manager."
He's like, "He's in. Follow me." And of course, they go upstairs. The super like Yakuza whatever is sitting down.
Sits right next to him.
John Wick. It's like basically the meme of where everyone's pissing in the urinal and the one dude comes all the way over to the same urinal.
And he's just sitting like this.
Yeah, he's like super close. And so John like, oh my god, okay, gets up, goes to a different chair. The dude's like, "John Wick, I'm a huge fan."
I just gotta let you know I love your work.
Man.
And then John's fucking dog comes running up. He's like, "Oh, is that the dog? Oh my god!"
Is the dog that murdered?
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I get a photo?
So they
I
start.
want a photo. Can I get your autograph
He
on my
starts,
knife?
Guard's getting real weird. He's like, "You and me are one and the same, you know. We're both death."
And he's just
So
like,
he's
"We're
like,
not the same."
We're not the same. So it builds up to John actually getting his ass kicked for minutes on end by the henchman.
Kicked into like 7
How much
fucking
more
plates
glass
of
could be put
glass.
in this man?
Dude, how many times did he get kicked through
I
glass?
want to say maybe 8.
Like 8 times.
In that last
Let's say
scene, 8. In the whole movie, probably 30.
Honestly. But it was just back to back to back. I was like, oh my god, his ribs have got to be just like non-existent.
Butter.
Yeah. So he kills 2 of the first henchmen, and then the other 2 come by, and there's more charisma with them, and they're actually like funny.
They're fucking cocky, dude.
They're cocky
They're
as
like,
shit.
"Hey man, it's an honor to meet you. It's an honor to fight you. We'll let you take a couple seconds, get prepared."
Yeah,
Let's
it's his
do
last-
it."
it's his
And then
last
they-
2
and then they-
head guys.
And then round 1, they visibly beat John Wick, and they're like, "All right, you want to try again, John Wick?" Yeah, he's like, "Fine. All right, give me 10 seconds." And like he takes off his belt, and he's like, "All right, come on, let's fucking do it."
So that's round 2. That was round 3.
That was
Yeah.
Round 1 was they just beat the shit out of him. He's on the ground. Both of them had their knives at his face,
They're
and then
like,
they're
"Here,
like,
let's try
they're
it."
like, "Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Cool." They give him the hand up. They bring him back up, and then they kick his ass again. And they go to extend their hand. And he's like, "No, let me just fucking get up."
Give me
a
Gets
fucking
the
10
minute.
seconds.
Yeah, gets the fucking belt out and whips their ass to the like starts like break like okay, so the floor is glass.
Yeah.
Breaks both of them through the glass. They fall through, and both of them are like laying there like, "Oh," and he's like, "I'll be seeing you."
Now, here's what's cool about that. They gave him a lot of characteristics in these 2 people. John didn't kill them, and they kind of like he was kind of like, "I respect you," and they're like, "Hey, I respect you."
Yep.
Sequel?
Right.
Sequel territory?
Maybe.
Like maybe
Right.
like they'll be partners and stuff.
You mentioned they fell through the floor, right?
They fell through
Yeah.
floor.
So like, yeah. So he's like,
You
"All right,
fucking
cool."
RKO'd them through the floor.
RKO
Then he
over
goes
floor.
and
he
meets-
did wrestling moves on them. You're like, you can't do that in a samurai fight. You can't just fucking
oh my
pile
God.
drive them, and he did.
He fucking threw the floor. So
God
then he
damn it.
meets up with the head boy, and he's like, "Ah, you took care of my students. Awesome, good job."
He's like
Someone
looking
might be
through the
down.
floor at him with the thumbs up, like, "Yeah."
Yeah, literally, like, John looks up through the glass where he just broke through him, and dude's already, like, clapping, and he just goes,
You did it.
"You did it! Come up here."
He
Good
should
job.
be taking like a picture.
Yeah.
Just
He's
putting
like,
this
"Can I
on my-
tag you, or is that too much?
my
I'm gonna
Instagram."
tag you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tag you.
has the Polaroid fucking, like, for the memory book.
Can you
So-
sign it?
Can you sign it, please? With my blood.
Not with my blood.
So they go up there, they have a big-ass, long-ass fight, which was actually pretty dope because it shows that dude was faster than him, and obviously, like, it's just when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, he's more superior.
Yeah.
John pulls a few quick ones and then realizes, after dude says we're one and the same, because he keeps doing this thing where he beats his ass, John gets on the ground, turns around to fight him, and he's gone. So eventually, John's like, huh. So he starts doing the same shit to him.
He's like, "I'm gonna try that." That's
I-
a good plan.
Totally whoops his ass, and it's pretty funny. I think we should leave that out. The last word
You
that
have
the
to
guy
see
says.
the movie for that
shit was so fucking funny.
because it leaves you fucking hanging. He's just like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, 8 out of 10? 9 out of 10? All right,
"How was that?
Yeah.
We had a
So
good fight,
then-
right?"
So then after that, well, actually, while that's happening, the chick in her hotel room, which is all this is happening in, calls up Winston and is like, "I suggest a parlay." and
And he's
Winston's
like, "Parlay indeed."
Boom. So the cut to the scene, they're all outside. Winston, the concierge, and along with the chick, they're all sitting down. John Wick opens the door. He's like, "Parlay."
Parlay, right.
And they're like, yeah, come over. So then basically, Chick threatens him and says, look, this is going to be the first of many waves. We won't stop. There's only one thing that's going to happen here, and you're going to die. And he's like, I don't think you understand. The hotel you can take, but the entirety of New York, my ties run deep.
He's like, that's what we fucking own.
Right. And he's like, so...
What? What the fuck are you doing? I don't...
The smoke. The vape. I need the vape.
Oh, this isn't Kloster's car. I don't have the gun in there.
I didn't want to open...
I need the vape.
These?
No.
The vape. What the fuck are... You're gonna choke.
I'm glad.
You know that's Gorilla Tape, right? It's extra.
I just hear go fuck me.
Ow! Oh, I'm fine. I can talk.
So anyway, so then basically, dude's explaining, saying, "Look, my ties run deep. You can take the hotel, but you'll probably never be able to take.
I did it.
You won't be able to take all of.
Hell yeah.
You won't be able to take all of New York.
I did now.
And so she goes, huh? And he's like, look, I do understand I overstepped my boundaries, but how about this? We stop this. You guys don't die, or at least die trying. No blood, no more blood spilled, and you just give me back my power." So then Chick's like, oh, you did this all just a stunt on us to show us that you're powerful.
And he's like, own this place.
And he's like, yep, I now pledge my allegiance to the Elder. And John Wick goes, what the fuck?
Like, the fuck are you on?
So then they're like, okay, what about John Wick? And he goes, and Winston's like, well, John Wick must die.
Without hesitation, he just fucking guns him off a building.
Dude,
and he falls
shoots him in the fucking
3
chest
stories.
like 7 times.
Oh, man.
So then John falls, hits a railing, off the thing, boom, down to the street. He's just laying still. So they're all like, all right, cool.
Well, I guess that's over now.
That's over, cool. Back to our business. The chick is about to get into her car as she's about to leave, but she's like, wait. Goes back, tells...
Yeah.
Goes to check and goes back up to Winston.
She goes up to Winston and she's like, yeah, but you know John Wick is off the street, right? And he's like, yeah, I know. We just did that. Like, no, he's off the street.
Like, he's gone. And he's like, we'll figure it out.
Fuck it.
So he gets...
I'm sure it's fine.
John Wick is abducted by a fucking homeless man that basically works for Morpheus.
For the second time in his career.
For the second time, he gets abducted by a homeless man.
Damn it.
Gets brought to Morpheus, which, of course, it's not fucking Morpheus.
Lawrence Fishburne. We just say Morpheus because we don't fucking remember his name.
Lawrence. So Lawrence is kind of like the eyes and ears because he uses pigeons and all the homeless people and runs his own thing.
No IP addresses, not trackable.
Right. So he gets reprimanded because he gave... At the time, John was worth $7 million in the second movie. He gives him 7 bullets for his gun. So he gets cut up 7 times by the Yakuza fanboy. So
I'll look up his name.
They bring up fucking John Wick. They throw him out of the cart. He just rolls. And now Lawrence is just sitting there, and you're like, oh shit, he didn't die, because it definitely made it look like he did. And he's like, so, you're back.
And he's all cut up, and John's fucking cut up.
Yeah, John's fucked up. He's missing a finger. So then eventually Lawrence goes, wait. He's like,
wave if you can hear me.
Or raise a hand so you can hear me. So of course you just see this.
Like,
yeah, and he's like, oh, they took the damn finger. Oh.
Like,
and then John just goes, he fucking just flips him off.
You forgot about the most important part when he cut him up. Where he went, like, 7 cuts for you, because sometimes you gotta cut a motherfucker off.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta cut a motherfucker.
And that would have been his last words, and it would have been perfect.
So then Lawrence comes over, like, kneels next to him in pain, and he's like, so John, tell me, are you pissed? Because I'm really pissed off.
And he's just like lifting up
his head. He goes, John, are you pissed? Yeah. And it just cuts the credits, and I was like, yeah. So, dude, I can't wait for that.
So there will be a 4th one.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Do you think the 4th one will tie up the rest of the story, though?
I think they can't do one more after 4.
I don't think they can.
Like, I know they all love this series. We all love this series. Everyone loves this series.
But where can they go?
I don't think they can do another one after this.
The 4th one?
John Wick's child.
I feel like the 4th one is gonna... Well, we were making theories. Either Winston shot him to betray him, or he shot him in the chest on purpose to make it seem like he died.
Yeah, to
Pull a
betray
James
him.
Gordon.
Right, so that way Winston can basically be like, oh, I have everyone off my back, alright, cool, and then he's gonna contact John and be like, hey man, plans are still on, let's fuck over everything.
Let's fuck the order, you know?
Right,
The table.
or it's just legitimate that fucking Winston's like, nah, fuck you, John, sorry.
You fucking suck, bro.
So, with John Wick, in like the movie series, there hasn't really been ever like gigantic twists, like ever.
Right.
Like the only 2 twists that's ever happened in John Wick was when John shot the dude in the Continental.
Yep.
And the Winston twist.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that one of the many credits of John Wick is it's not complicated to follow and understand.
No.
Yeah.
So I don't think Winston will go like, yeah, I shot you in the chest on purpose to go, hey man, like, I didn't want to kill you. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. I think 100%, like, this is what's going to happen is John and the hobos of New York are going to go up and against...
It's literally the hobos of New York.
The fucking hobos of New York and John Wick are gonna fucking kill the table.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's a great message.
We're not gonna take it.
Yeah.
I want to see a fight scene with that.
No.
No.
Not in John Wick.
No,
really,
I want
no.
to see more piano.
More piano. Ooh. Oh, I need to talk to you after this real quick. But
Okay.
a couple gripes I had about John Wick was, of course, like, there was a couple of times where, like,
Okay,
there was a
Sam,
couple,
hi.
like, one-on-one fight scenes that kind of lasted a little too long. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were very well executed and it was fine. It's just, for rewatching it, I don't see me going like, oh yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Because when he's mowing through those crowds, you're like, oh, I can pick apart this shit and like know it. But like the one-on-one fight scenes, I can't really like imagine myself rewatching a bunch. Fuck, I forgot the other one. It's a fantastic movie. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not just trying to like shit on it just to shit on it. Like, it's a fantastic movie. I think it's probably like John Wick is a blessing for action movies, and to remind everyone it's a action movie and all that stuff. Now, if they wanted to continue the sequels, they're already doing a TV show,
Which is a prequel.
Yeah, which is like a prequel-ish TV show. But if they wanted to prefer further sequels after 4, Halle Berry kicked ass in this
I want to
fucking
see her
movie, dude.
more.
Dude,
I want to see
yeah.
So, if
there are sections where Halle Berry absolutely had her own part where she's mowing
No,
down
in that
dudes.
fight scene, John was almost not a part of it at
Yeah,
all.
like you
Yeah.
can see him sometimes in the background.
But
Yeah.
her and
Like-
the dogs were fucking them up.
Yep. You know she requested that. She's like, no, I have to have one scene. And they're like, yeah, we planned that. We'll
Like,
actually
yeah,
give
don't
you
worry.
two.
Yeah,
Don't worry, you good.
I told you about the broken ribs, right?
Yeah, right.
Like during that fight scene, like she broke like 3 ribs.
Really?
And instead of like going to the hospital, she was just like, just bandage me up and I'll keep going. And she wears it like a badge of honor.
I wanna fucking
She said
fight.
like recording John Wick and being a part of it was one of the most fun things she's ever done in her career.
I couldn't imagine going through that shit, dude. Dude, the
it's
the
Halle
one
Berry.
fucking scene in that part with that fight scene was when she crouches down, she's fighting this dude, she whistles for her dog, there's a guy on a high ledge, dog jumps like 7 fucking feet and starts strangling
Off-
the guy on the balcony.
off her back.
Off her back.
I feel like that's one of the scenes that may have hurt her. That was insane.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't like super. I feel like that might have been CGI'd a bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It looked
I mean,
practical.
CGI,
don't
but
get me
no,
wrong.
like,
Dogs can fucking jump.
It
that.
looked pretty
No, yeah, they
practical.
can. No, they can absolutely jump that, and trained dogs on set can definitely do that. I'm saying like the way she broke her ribs was probably one of the times she fell down, because she fell down
Yeah,
a lot.
she fell down
in
a
that
lot.
scene.
Yeah, she did.
It's not like she fell down 3 flights of stairs.
And that's
like
what's
in the
cool
second
about it, is that like John Wick's a fucking human. These are fucking humans, and they fall down, they get back up, they're exhausted, they keep falling down. They're just like, fuck this. Like,
The whole thing is, do you want to die here? And John Wick probably just keeps saying, nah, not here.
Nah.
Yeah, so
So-
he just keeps trucking.
with John Wick 1, the dog dies, his car is stolen, he's out for revenge, and nothing stops him.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely nothing. And it's great. William Dafoe's in that movie. I always forget about that.
I know.
And then with two and 3, he's like, please don't make me do this anymore. Like, I really don't want to do this. Like, seriously, I want to stop. The whole reason I'm doing this is because I want
I want
to
to
stop.
fucking retire.
And now in the 4th one, he's just like, maybe I don't want to stop. Maybe I need to do this one
gotta
last thing,
keep
and maybe
going.
if I'm
Yeah, because was it someone said something to him? He was like, "It seems like as if you're addicted to this kind of shit."
Yeah, it was in 2.
Too. Yeah.
He's like, it seems like you're addicted, and you love this carnage.
you would
love,
be the same, John.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sign my
Dang.
poster.
Sign my poster. Yeah, I gotta catch my breath.
I gotta catch my breath.
What
Let
do
me
you-
catch my
but-
breath real quick.
I'll be seeing here.
So you guys said 9 out of 10?
9 out of
You
10.
said 9 out of 10?
I said
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for you?
Nah, I say 9 out of 10.
All right.
9 out of fucking 10, man.
No, it's a fantastic action movie.
Very
it's a
good
fantastic
movie.
adventure movie.
Mm-hmm.
John Wick will always be like special places in my heart with just like good like action movies are failing. Like watch John Wick 1 like once.
Highly recommend you watch the first two before this one. Obviously, it's John Wick 3 for that reason. You wouldn't watch Shrek 3 without watching the first two, you know?
That is very true. John Wick is the Shrek of action genres.
It is, yeah. So basically, check it out. You guys got anything else to say about this discussion?
Buy our t-shirts.
Yeah, link in the description. Make sure you fucking subscribe to Crossfire TV on Twitch.
Gruber Law Offices.
Shout it.
One call.
Shut
that's
the
all.
fuck up.
Jamal
God.
Smalls.
But yeah, y'all, hit the like
I get
button, subscribe, add your favorites.
Typical YouTube shit.
Hit the fucking bell.
Typical
YouTube
shit.
We're gonna have links to merch right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that more complicated for you now.
All right.
No.
We'll
Typical YouTube shit. Bye.
Wait.
Unsubscribe from James Charles.
I've made a serious lapse in my judgment.
No, shut the fuck
Fucking
up.
stop it!
Bye.